Hey guys, welcome back to Think Beautiful, the channel where I discuss everything Meghan Markle. And today I want to discuss these cash flow woes because we're seeing that Meghan and Harry are starting to cut back again, like they did already last month, but again this month, cutting back on staff. So, what does that tell us? Is that indicating that this Netflix deal is up? Because it is meant to finish this year in 2025. So let's find out and see what is going on in page 6 because this article came out. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle cut back on staff to save some cash, says sources. I mean, you don't have to be a source to see that if you cut back on staff, you would save cash. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have cut ties with their comms team as they focus on saving cash, page 6 is told. Just last month, it was revealed the renegade royals had parted ways with 6 more employees, including their 2 in house reps. Now we're told the tally of staff the couple has lost or let go since they quit as working royals back in 2020 is up to 25, with some departures not yet publicised. So there are going to be more, that basically tells us. The Sussex's Netflix deal, reported to be worth up to $100 million, those sources say it's actually more like $20 million, is also up this year. It's the same old story. They cycle through staff as quickly as normal people cycle through toilet paper. And I think they also treat their staff like toilet paper. Milk lasts longer than their employees, said one royal source. So that's not great. That's not some good statements there. Basically, they are churning through the staff. It is a revolving door over at the Montecito Royale. The couple had hits with their Harry and Meghan docu-series, did they? I mean, I guess it did well, but I mean, in the long term, has it done well? I wouldn't have thought so. I think that's what's hurting them right now. And household tips show with Love Meghan. So we're calling it a household tips show. Yeah, I don't think I learned anything about household tips in that show whatsoever, apart from, crack open a bottle of wine at like 10 a.m. But less attention was paid to documentaries Heart of Invictus and Polo. When they say less attention, they mean zero, nada, no one watched it, no one cares. It's just a very polite way of saying that. However, the streamer is now prioritizing first look deals rather than overall exclusive contracts, which means they could re sign for significantly less money than their current deal, we're told. This could prove a headache for the couple who have a heap of expenses, from traveling to an annual security bill believed to be around $2 million. No wonder Harry was trying so hard through the court system to get security paid. In my opinion, it sounds like this Netflix deal is going to be up, or at the very least, it is going to be sliced and diced, and they're going to get like maybe 5 mil or something like that. It's going to be peanuts. Even though 5 mil is a lot of money for these guys, it is peanuts. Meghan can spend 5 mil in probably a month. Easy, easy peasy. Now, I love that they put this picture in the article because, of course, Vanity Fair completely hijacked this cover and used it for their American Hustle article, which was absolutely genius. Well done, guys. Now, this is their residence. This is Casa Montecito. Huge overheads with this thing. I mean, just look at the grounds. Look at all that grass, the palm trees. Don't forget the 2-headed palm tree. That's going to need extra water for sure. You've got the pool maintenance. Do they ever use the pool, by the way? I just don't even feel like they even get in that pool. You've got all the bathrooms. Remember, they've got like 18 bathrooms or something ridiculous. I mean, it's just way too big for what they need, but very, very expensive. How are they going to pay for this if they don't have Netflix? As page 6 revealed, they splashed out $14.65 million on their home after moving to the US. It's now believed to be worth around $27 million. Deeds showed they took out a $9.5 million mortgage to be paid back plus interest by the year 2050, indicating they put down a $5 million deposit. They also have to pay a huge yearly property tax of $288,000. Now, that $5 million deposit, in my opinion, I think that was from King Charles. I think he gave them just a little bit of money and said, see you later, don't come back, sort yourselves out in the US. I'm so sure that was not off their own back. They also foot the bill for their staff in communications alongside their personal office, the Archwell Foundation, production, as well as employees at their estate in Montecito, California. We're told the Sussexes also have to pay for a portion of their faux foreign tours, which have seen them visit Nigeria and Colombia. How could we forget? What a waste of money if they actually have to pay anything. I'm not sure I believe that. I feel like they passed the buck on all of those expenses, but who knows? Maybe they do, and maybe that is part of the problem right there. What about all of Meghan's wardrobe for those events? I mean, there are easier ways to save money, but okay. Harry and Markle, just Markle, not Meghan, have now lost hardworking Kyle Bullier, their LA-based deputy press secretary, and Charlie Gibson, who had been serving as the couple's European communications director. They also lost Deisha Tank, Archwell's director of communications, and Leanne Cashin, formerly head of operations at Archwell. Markle's social manager. What is a social manager? Is that meant to be social media manager? She certainly does need a social manager and a personal assistant. Oh, that poor person, who have not been named, have also departed. They won't name them because those guys would have the goss. We would be trying to get in contact with them, write a book, tell us something. They know way too much. Meredith Maines remains the couple's chief communications officer after coming on board in February after their last PR boss, Ashley Hansen, left to start her own consultancy firm. The only other in-house rep is Emily Robinson, who ironically worked on Netflix royal drama The Crown. Now, that is the most ridiculous hire I have ever heard. It's just purely, I think, in spite. Meghan knows exactly how that would make the royals feel. So sorry about that, Emily, but I don't think you were chosen for your qualifications. I think purely because you were on The Crown, because you worked on that show, that is why you are where you are now. Maines has also hired a team from Method Communications to help. Yes, Method Communications will be doing all the crisis management stuff. Meredith would not even know where to start because putting out fires is a full-time job when you are working with Meghan Markle. As the Duke and Duchess's business and philanthropic interests grow, which is the most ridiculous sentence because it's not growing, it is actually shrinking. Meghan has completely forgotten about Archwell. Nothing matters right now other than condiments and making Instagram reels. I have made the strategic decision, or you were told to cut back on your costs, love, to move toward a more traditional communication structure of specialist agency support. That just means you're outsourcing, honey. Transitioning from a team of 2 to an agency support staff of 8, operating across 5 different time zones, will give international media and stakeholders better access and critically faster response times to inquiries, she said. Okay, well, no one wants access to them. We actually want less access. We actually don't want to see them. So that makes no sense. And when you say response times, you must be referring to the refund process because people need to send their inquiries through how to get a refund. Honestly, that's the only time you would need to contact Meghan Markle. In a financial sense, it's cheaper to employ a PR firm as opposed to having full-time staff. said an industry expert. Exactly. That is basically what Meredith is trying to say, but she doesn't know how to say it, and she's been told not to say it like that. But obviously, she's been told to slash and burn her team. It is just her and Emily now. Meredith and Emily, they are on their own. Everything else is outsourced. Now, this is obviously Meredith, and these are the two bozos that she is trying to manage their communications for. I mean, whew, that's a tough gig. That is what you call pushing shiz uphill for sure. So these guys are clearly having cash flow woes. They are getting rid of so many staff. I don't even know why they had so many in the first place. The result has been the same regardless of who works for them, regardless of how many people are working behind the scenes. It is always a disaster because these two are their own worst enemy. But if this Netflix deal is really over, which I feel like it might be, I just get that feeling. I am very, very curious to understand how does As Ever fit into all of this, because from what I can see, it's pretty tied up now in Netflix. Now, Emma Greed, or Greeday, whatever her actual pronunciation of her last name is, on her Aspire podcast, actually did ask Meghan a question around this, and it was probably her best question. And of course, Meghan answered it ridiculously. But Emma did try to ask the question. She wanted to understand how it works with Netflix and her. What is the business arrangement? And basically, what is going to happen if their content deal ends? Does that mean As Ever also ends? This is what she said. But when you look at this partnership, because it is pretty unique, untraditional in that way, right? You're launching a brand with your content partner. So I wonder where does where does the brand live? How are you working together? Who does what? Is that all, pre-figured out? Or are you just working it out as you go along? I would say Meghan Markle works out everything just as she goes along. Emma, you should know that by now. But it's a very, very relevant question. Where does the brand live? And it's your content partner you're building a brand with. How does that even make sense? What is going to happen when the content contract finishes, because it does have an end date. And this is what Meghan Markle said. She said, well, I think what's different than what you're saying is your initial experience is that we've been in partnership with Netflix for 5 years already. Means absolutely nothing. My husband and I, so there's familiarity and there's comfort. And while that was just on the content side, not on the commerce side, these are relationships and friendships now. What? That makes no sense at all. It's got nothing to do with business. She's talking about friendships. Do you really think that these people are your friends, Meghan? I mean, do you even actually think they're your friends? She also went on to say, because of course she loves using words, so it didn't stop there. So though I'm working more so with the other building of Netflix, it's still the same group of people. It's still the same points of contact that I can reach out to. I love having a friendship, here we go again with the friendship, and a nice rapport with Bella. Bella Bajaria has been such a champion of both the series and of this brand. And, it was only from me sending her fruit baskets and jams and whatnot that she said, this is a show. What are you talking about, Meghan? That doesn't explain anything. Where does the brand live? In a friendship? I don't think so. And is Bella Bajaria being completely manipulated by Meghan right now? That answer made zero sense, which tells me Meghan has zero clue. She just can't answer the question because she doesn't get it, or she is just crossing her fingers that when this content deal falls through, her brand with As Ever, her commerce brand, is going to continue with these partners. I do not think so. So in my opinion, this Netflix deal is ending. They've got a whiff of it. They're trying to get rid of as many overheads as they can. That is ending up looking like people. They're getting rid of people. There's nothing more that they can do right now. They just have to cut their costs and basically wait for the hammer to fall. That is what I think is happening right now. It looks pretty clear to me. And let's just cross our fingers that it also means that As Ever is going to crumble. I mean, it's not doing well anyway, let alone if Netflix pull out, this thing is done. It will be over before the end of the year. But guys, I'd love to hear what you think. Is the Netflix deal up? What does it mean for As Ever? Because Meghan can't tell us, so we have to speculate on this. And it seems pretty clear to me that business is never built on a friendship. It doesn't work like that. So this thing is going to crumble in my view. But guys, please like and subscribe. Please let me know what you think and I will keep these videos coming. Thank you. Bye.